Hi, and welcome back to the channel. Come closer, class is in session. Now, today I'll be talking about the dark side of Dirty December. Now, online, I've been seeing throughout the festive season that a lot of people have been flocking to Nigeria, Lagos, for the festive season. And I just started to ask myself some questions because the minute influencers start to glamorize something online, I really get a bit worried, you know? And I wish someone can come out with a little documentary or series just to tell us what really happens in Nigeria during the festive season and why everyone is choosing Nigeria as a destination to do the Dirty December, you know? Because now, remember what happened with Dubai? We all thought this was just a beautiful place to visit and have fun, and most influencers were flying out to Dubai, but we later found out that a lot of ungodly things were happening in this country. So what is actually happening in Nigeria during the festive season? Now, most of our influencers were dirty Decembering this festive season. Now, this is when influencers or girls go to foreign countries and go enjoy the festive season, particularly Nigeria. Now, upon my research, I found out that they do go to other African countries, but the most popular is Nigeria and Ghana, you know? So, what they do is that a few days before Christmas, they fly out to Nigeria, enjoy the festive season, do their dirty Decembering, and fly out the following year or mid January because dirty Decembering happens between December and the first week of January, right? Now, the reason why I'm doing this video, I just want to show you how these girls think and why I feel they're very self-centered, mean, and don't consider other people. Because why would you leave your family, friends, partners, loved ones, even children during the festive season to go to a foreign country and go sit with strangers? It does not make sense to me, right? Clearly, there's something that they want here that we're not aware of, right? There is more to dirty Decembering than you think. We are in for a rude awakening very soon. Now, the activities that happen during this dirty Decembering, they include excessive drinking, club hopping, partying like headless chickens, changing locations within the country, going to different places and just partying your life away, and doing ungodly things during ungodly hours, whether that's having multiple sexual partners, substance abuse, or illegal activities, right? Now, there is a dark side to this, and there is consequences because now remember, these are tourists, they are guests, they're just there for the festive season, right? Now, you find out that they go back home to their home countries with unwanted pregnancies, STIs, or crime, you know, because you are under the influence of something and you did not remember or see what really happened, and now you've been called back to come clear your name, you know. So a lot happens during this festive season, particularly during the dirty December in a foreign country, that people are not aware of, because there's no way in my right mind I'm leaving my family and loved ones, right, during the festive season that only comes once a year, to go sit with strangers and foreigners in a country that I'm not really familiar with. It does not make sense to me, right? So there is a dark side to dirty Decembering that nobody wants to talk about yet. Nobody. But Nigeria is the hotspot destination because that's why all these influencers are flying to this country. And wherever there's influencers, I beg, there is some trouble, right? Because why would you leave your family, your friends, your loved ones to go party in a foreign country for a whole month? It does not make sense to me. We need to put on our thinking caps. Definitely, right? Because where there's influencers, right? You need to know that there's something behind the story. There's always something behind the story, right? And what's in it for these influencers? Why do they choose to particularly go during December, the festive season, to Nigeria? Now, I have a few scenarios. I'm very creative, right? Now, the first one could be that they are targeting rich men, and particularly men who come from Nigeria or across the world, right? So they target these men who are coming back home to Nigeria to enjoy the festive season. But here's the catch. This is the only time they get to see these men, right? Now, remember, these men do not live fully or full time in Nigeria anymore. They have careers and businesses all over the world. Do you get? Now, as an influencer, you need to be on the field now. Huh? You need to be on the field. If you want to secure the bag, if you want to secure the money, you need to be on the field. You need to show them why you're a hot babe, you're a stunning babe, you're magic. You can't just do that online, right? So by flying out and going to these countries, these girls are simply saying that we need to be closer to these men. right? Whether it's for connections, showing themselves off, or they just want to be in these same environments and locations with these men. Because remember, rich people attract rich people, apparently. Do you get what I'm saying? The second scenario could be that they normally travel in pairs, in twos, right? And whenever I see girls travel in two or more, um, together and they do exclusive things, I get a little bit suspicious. Like, why would two girls like travel during the festive season, leave their countries to go to a foreign country? It does not make sense to me. I don't know if I'm making sense, right? Because it's a thing of, it's kind of like a hook up culture. No, you can come through, but come with a friend, because normally these influencers always look alike. If you look at the girls that they chill with, they all have the same body types, the same facial structure, the way they dress, the way they behave and carry themselves. They always look the same. So it's like, are they doing things that we're not aware of during this festive season or during this dirty Decembering? You get what I'm saying? And lastly, the last scenario, let's act stupid, right? It could be that these girls are flying out to these foreign countries because they want to have fun, they can afford themselves, and they just want to live their best lives. Clock it. I don't think so, you know? But there is a dark side to dirty Decembering. I mean, you are in a foreign country, and a lot of things can go wrong. Definitely. Sorry. A lot of things can go wrong, definitely. I mean, from getting fake drinks to being involved in illegal activities, whether you are aware or you're not. Um, Messing around with the wrong crowd, you know. These men can tell you that they're not married, only to find out they're really married. You coming back home with unwanted pregnancies, STIs, and just a lot of dodgy things can happen. So to any young girl who's an influencer content creator, just be careful of these lifestyle behaviors that are happening now, things like dirty Decembering. Why would you want to travel from South Africa to a foreign country during the festive season? And traveling during the festive season is one of the most dangerous times to travel, because a lot of people are just out there. You know, a lot of things are happening. And to go to a foreign countries, you can get hurt, you know, you can get yourself into trouble. I mean, there's cultural barriers that you might be crossing that you're not familiar with because of the excitement, because of the festive season, because you just want to post and be proper online and look like you're living your best life, not knowing that you're really getting yourself into trouble. I wish I could go into detail of what I'm trying to say, but YouTube has guidelines and I am trying my best to obey guidelines. Yeah, with that said, Happy New Year. Let's hope this channel will grow. Please help me as well. Subscribe, like, comment, share, and do the right thing, man. I really want to spend time on growing this channel and having these conversations. Please do follow me on my social media platforms, because there are certain things I can't say here on this platform, but maybe on TikTok or Instagram I can. Do you get what I'm saying? With that said, I hope to see you next time. Bye, guys.